Hello, so here we are for the first of two overtime periods. They will be played in their entirety. It is not a golden goal situation, so which would mean that when someone scores, the game is over. They will play the entire two 10-minute overtime periods. If there is still not a winner after that, the referee will select a goal, and what they will do is that they will shoot PKs in series of 5. And that's the right play. That's what they need to try. Test the goalkeeper.
3 points. 3 points. That's a field goal, right? That's what he scored.
It really seemed like the time was running out on them, and even though they have been the stronger team here, it did seem like time was going to run out, and they were not going to be able to score. I am so glad that they did, as you may have noticed by me yelling in the microphone, and if that hurt your ears, I am sorry, but I just couldn't help myself. Dante gets possession of the ball, sends a long one to Robert Sam, and he goes up, and the other guy goes up too, and Robert is down, and no call is made. I like everything the referee has done so far today, except that he's done nothing to protect Robert. And the attackers do need to be protected at times, not all the time. Not like Ronaldo gets benefit of calls all the time, but they shouldn't get knocked over every other play without a call. Robert has it, sends it back to Johan, who trips on the ball. And the Hornets get it back. This looks a lot like the first half did, with the Hornets owning most of the possession. Emmanuel, tried to send it right back to Robert Sam. Defender got in the way. That would have been such a sweet play. Johan. Gustavo is making a run on the right-hand side. He's able to get it inside. I'm sorry I didn't have the camera on to play there. I need to remember that my main job is to follow the play on the field with the camera, and if possible, then I do provide play-by-play. So I'm going to make sure that I do that from this point forward, because I would hate to miss an important play. And Joseph is called for a foul once again. He had his hands on the other player. Referee does not like that. He shouldn't. But a lot of referees don't notice that at all. Gustavo back to Wilbert. And Wilbert is called for a foul. as he somehow maintained possession against two Danbury players. And the ball is sent all the way to the other side. Robert chases. Joseph sends it forward a little bit too casually. And there's a foul on the play. And time is called. And yes, he's reaching for a yellow card. And Yao gets a card and he needs to come out of the game. I believe that was well deserved. I am not sure if Yao did that on purpose or not, but I think we can assume that he did. I mean, why else would his leg be there? So, this is close enough that they could shoot right on goal. And Julio is setting up his wall as if that would be the case. However, they could still serve it, and no. So that one probably was meant to be a pass for someone to come in for a header. Didn't work. So half of the first overtime period has gone by. Neither team has been able to score. Wilbert sends it forward. Emmanuel's dispossessed. Yeah, is that Yao who got it back? I thought I saw him come out of the game after the yellow card. My mistake. And there goes Gustavo. Gustavo makes a lot of progress, finally loses it. Emmanuel, too many guys in front of him. He was going to try to shoot from there, but he didn't have any space.
Good work, get there.
And oh, that was a nice play on the left-hand side. Anthony was on the end of that. I think it was Garvins who did a backheel pass to him. But finally, the defender sent it back to Anthony, and it deflected off of him for a goal kick. 3 minutes left in this first overtime period. Robert. Oh. I've seen it happen to a lot of players tonight where they overrun the ball and someone ends up under their feet and they don't expect it, and that is Robert shoots. Oh. If he'd just been able to get a little bit more mustard on that. Well, that is the right play. They've taken a couple of good shots on goal here in the overtime period.
Communicate.
And somehow Danbury ends up with numbers up front there. Ball goes inside, and Joseph is right there to head it out. He always seems to be in the right spot. And there was a throw-in problem there. So East Hartford gets possession. Sends long pass to Robert. Now, East Hartford, I mean, granted, that could work for them, but East Hartford should not get themselves in the habit of doing that. They should get back to playing their game, which is controlling possession of the ball, keeping it on the ground. And Garvins is sent down over there. So there'll be a free kick. Joseph sets up for it. Sends it back to Garvins. He has some space on the left-hand side. And somehow sends it out the end line. So it'll be a goal kick. 30 seconds left to play here in the first overtime period. Robert. He just has not been able to maintain possession today. And that ends up being, it would have been a corner kick, but it isn't, because it's the end of the first period. And now the teams will switch sides. No time for a break. And they'll start right up. Wilbert. I see Wilbert out there. I see Emmanuel. I see Robert Sam. I see Gustavo Guzman. Anthony de la Cruz. Johan Stagnaro. Garvin's Pamphile. We see Joseph Boki in the back, Dante Talamini, and then also in the back Yao. And I would say Yao's last name, but I have never tried to pronounce it, and this is not the time for me to learn. Dante to Robert. Anthony to Emmanuel to the right hand side. That's Gustavo who sends it in on the ground. And that's Yao who's fouled. Joseph will push up to take that free kick. 8.5 minutes left in the second overtime period.
Let's go, East! Yeah!
I thought they were cheering the referee, but I believe that was the Danbury cheer. I don't think anyone has ever cheered the referee before. And I can tell you that firsthand. TNT might have cheered for me at some point. And another offside. And every single time the assistant referee has been exactly where he needs to be. So it's hard to argue with a man under those circumstances. Oh, nice opportunity from the outside. Johan tried. Defender was right there. Foul is called on. Oh, it's a throw-in. My mistake. No, it's a foul. Oh, Joseph.
Goodness, keep going.
Oh, that ball could have rebounded just the wrong way so that the Danbury player was all by himself, headed to goal. And Joseph, I'm sorry, man. I would have put that one on you. A lot of play in the midfield. Neither team is really gaining the advantage right now. And he's offside. Yes, he ran first. There's nothing to get mad about there, guys. The guy's running too soon. 5 minutes left to play. There must be a winner. Ball touched the player's hand. Either the referee did not see it or he determined that it was completely unintentional and that the hand was in a natural position. So they are close enough to send a nice service in, and they decide to play it on the wing. Man makes some progress. Yao is able to put a foot in there to stop that play. Robert Salmons up with the ball, sends it back to Wilbert. Wilbert brings it back to Robert. And now it's Garvin's. And Wilbert again is in, a little bit too far. If this had been a non-artificial field, that ball probably would have been within his reach, but it just bounces and moves too much on these fields.
Dump it in. Nice ball. Nice ball.
Thank you for playing it safe, Joseph. Oh, nice ball to Robert. 2 men on him. Rebounds off of Danbury man. And they're able to get it out of there almost. That was a good chance for the Hornets. Julio steps back so he's in the area so he can handle the ball with his hands. Looks like that for most of this half, for the overtime period, and even the second half, Gustavo is played up somewhat. more like a midfielder, and they've had, it seems more like Yao has moved out to the right, and as a fullback, and they've let Joseph handle the center by himself. At least that's what it looks like right now. Johan sends it to Emmanuel. Gustavo back to Emmanuel, back to Gustavo, who serves it. Robert Sam gets on the end of it to Wilbert. He's not able to do anything with it. Anthony's got it, sends it to Joseph. Joseph sends it forward to Garvins. Garvins sends it inside. Not able to finish. Johan. Oh, Johan thought he had it, but the Danbury player somehow gained position, and that was a beautiful slide tackle by Dante. Less than a minute to play. And this might be their last chance for the Hornets to do something before they go to penalty kicks. Penalty kicks is a tough way to win a game because it can also just as easily lose a game. Emmanuel, 30 seconds left, sends it to Wilbert. Wilbert has some space. Oh, nice slide tackle. That was a nice slide tackle to end that play. Oh, this man is so offside, it's not even funny. Not even close. It was a nice tackle over there. Wow.
I guess you gotta say it was clean.